I got a right numpty on here. Right, so narcissists can affect you. So, you can. So what I've done is this guy who got quite abusive, and I should have blocked him then, but I didn't. I kept going with the computer. What I'm going to do now, and this is a tip for you, anyone who's watching this, is if they're being nasty, just keep talking to them for a while. Then you can report all their comments. I shouldn't really feed narcissism, so I could read it out just for the record. I was going to leave these comments up, but I don't see the point of having somebody horrible having access to my comment section. And it's not, to have somebody unpleasant, it's not worth it just to get, you've got, like, I'm sort of arguing with myself here. It's not worth it to have nasty people on for the algorithm or to get more footfall. It's just not worth it. Get rid of them. You're better off having nothing. Like the idea if you had a pub, if you had 5 decent customers or 40 bad ones, just stick with the 5 decent ones. You're not that desperate, for validation or money or whatever it is. Just get rid of them. So this guy, he was particularly nasty. And I don't know what makes people tick. So it started off quite friendly. He said, seemed alright. I think most people get, I was talking about Reginald Mohosman at Ski Off Roundabout. That video. That one. There he is there. Tony Laylor. I mean, how arrogant. What an arrogant person. Very arrogant. Anyway, this is alright, and this comes across as being okay. You think, oh, this guy's alright. I think most people get sidetracked, because if you're like me, you usually get cut off like that about 6 times in a couple of miles to work. I mean, that's alright. That's that's a reasonable enough thing to say. Yeah, I said, I couldn't agree more. So then he comes back. So here we are. Here he comes back here. It's the same video. It is. Yeah, it's the same video. Right. So then he goes, Jesus, Lucinda, I bet you're a bag of laughs at a party, ? And I said, I'm happy when given beer, especially real, because that's relatively friendly. I bet they give you a lot of beer just to get you to shut the fuck up. Now that is not an appropriate thing to say to somebody on the internet, is it really? Not if you don't know them. And I thought, well, maybe it's just... So then I changed to the computer, and it's quite a big answer, but that's from the computer. So it's all paragraph. That certainly paints a vivid picture. So I changed to we as well, so that I imagine, but I had changed it. It kind of, you try to distance yourself from a narcissist is what you're doing. So I'm not even going to read this out. I mean, a lot of these people, this guy is quite thick actually. He's arrogant and thick. So that's the answer. That certainly paints a vivid picture. It did say I for imagine my instance and factual action might be a bit tiresome for catty guests who are just trying to relax. You're likely correct at the price of silencing an overly pedantic guest high, whether in beer or simply moving the conversation to another room. And a large luggage model. If you'd like to move on to something completely different. Right. How are your cats? He says. So then we had a big we don't have cats, pets, blah blah blah. Schrodinger's cat, a data stream of purrs. So then he goes, this is particularly quite nasty. You do realise I'm not reading anything you're writing. My dad once said, don't talk to idiots. They bring you down to their level and you'll never get them brain cells back. So carry on trying to be intellectual. Okay, I think he's got an inferiority complex. Yeah, he thinks I'm being intellectual. Of course, it's a computer. But it won't be in vain. I won't be replying again. Enjoy your lonely life. Like, why would you say that to somebody? What makes them think my life's not really lonely? It's not really lonely. It's not ideal and it's not perfect, but I have a small circle of people that are small. Like, I've got a friend and I'm going out tomorrow night to the pub. I go out car booting. I've got lots of friends and acquaintances at the car boots. I'm fairly well known in these circles. I don't really think it's so. This must be projective. Why would you look? I'm overthinking this. Why would you be so nasty? Well, because he's obviously a nasty person, right? But that's all right. Why fucking care? Tony Layler. See, like, I think it's better to get rid of people like that. You don't want them hanging around. So what we'll do is, right, so because he's answered, we'll report. We'll go for harassment. This is harassing me. I'm just doing this to show you what to do. So these trolls come on, they're being deliberately horrible for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why this guy's being like this. I have actually no idea. I don't get it at all. Sometimes you think, do they know me or something? You know. You know, it's often a bit of a mystery. You think, what is this all about? I've hidden them from the channel. Report. Harassment. It's harassing me. No, I haven't. So you can always just go for harassment if it's not. I mean, so if you're on YouTube, you don't really want that, do you? As a like, you think, oh, I can sit here and I can be nasty to everybody. Come across somebody, just be completely nasty, and there's no, you know. There's no. I might just leave him, actually. I could just report his comments all the time. Nah, don't, just get rid of him. Get rid of him. We'll report him again. Because I believe he's harassing me, so get the computer to sort it out. Hide user on my channel. I kind of like to record these things because it's just a thing that I've always sort of done. Is I have to admit, he got his narcissistic feed from me. I'm going to admit it. He did. He got his narcissistic feed. It's like psychology. So there's somebody typing away somewhere in some room somewhere, who knows where it is, and he's typing away, and then it goes to your mind, you know. And it depends what sort of person you are. I mean, a lot of people are different, but he actually did start affecting me. I'll be honest, that's what I'm like. I can't really take it, so that's what I've just done, is just get rid of unpleasant characters. There's no excuse for being. I think I gave that guy more, like, time of day than what he deserved. I should have blocked him as soon as he the first time he started turning nasty. The first comment he made wasn't nasty. I don't know what got in him. Resentment, bitterness. It's a thing. And nihilism, and maybe he sees me as somebody he just really resents. Why? It's like we've all got our own issues and stuff, and why would you resent me? I'm just doing truck spotting and stuff. I couldn't really figure out what was wrong with him, But anyway, that's him away. And then any more trolls and that, I just get rid of them. That's how I do it. I think I did let that guy. I hung on to him for too long. I always remember to get rid of them. Don't put up any abuse on the internet, Facebook or YouTube. And what you do is you deal with it. Say they're harassing you, and if they are being hateful, say they're. There's a section in there for hate crimes or whatever you want to call it in there. Hateful comments or whatever. Can't remember the exact wording of it. But then there wasn't really anything hateful. It was just like nasty. Just ugh. Why are people nasty? Like, why? I feel like it's like a rhetorical question because I know why. It's because they're broken. They're narcissistic. It's not going to end well for them, and I suspect things that probably aren't going his way. But you can't, like that guy, you can't behave like that in everyday life. You would get punched the fuck as soon as you started that, somebody would batter you. You couldn't do it. But of course with the internet you can type away and be nasty and everything. And there's that anonymity. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll get you in the next video. Bye.